All right, so we can really start adding life to our scenes using Cosmos, and I've already been through and decided on some of the assets that I want to use, and you can see them here in my likes. And if you do want to like something, you can just hit this icon in the bottom right. You can use these, or you can look for your own. Some good categories to look in are accessories, tableware and food, and accessories, kitchen accessories. So go through and select the objects you want and then download them using the top left button. And then I'm just going to go through and import all of these one by one. I'm just going to do these all at once, and they're all going to come in at 0, 0, 0. And when you're choosing these assets, think about the story you want to tell in the scene. I know that I want to have like a little breakfast area set up. I want to have a coffee machine. I want some plants by the window, and I want some appliances on the shelf. And now all of our assets are here. I'm also going to select the ceiling, holding control, select that top window, and I'm going to hide them. This is going to make placing stuff easier. I'm also going to select this spotlight, and what we can do is go to edit and select similar, or you can use Shift Control A, and that's going to select all similar objects. So that's selected all of our spotlights, and then I'm going to hide those by right clicking and selecting hide selected. Now press P to go to the perspective view, and let's see what we got. So I'm just going to start moving these into position, and a really useful tool is the placement tool, which is up here. And if you grab that, you can see that we can easily place objects onto surfaces. Before, we'd have to be changing views and placing them using the left, front, and top views. So I'm just going to roughly organize these where I want them, and I'll go through and tidy stuff up a little bit better in a minute. All right, so you can see how easy that was to place stuff. It's not ideal, and they're all like a bit wonky and probably not rotated right, but using the placement tool is a great start. So now I'm going to go through and like rotate and position stuff, making sure that angle snaps is on, and then position stuff using the other views. So I'm just going to go through the other views. Press Z on the keyboard to zoom in on that object and make sure it's in the right position. And we can also zoom in the perspective, maybe turn on wireframe if that's easier, and then you can see where that's about intersecting with the wall. These all look pretty good. Might move that up a little bit. Might be nice to have the camera view visible so we can kind of see how that sits within our whole scene. The radio is having a nightmare over there, so let's check him out. Turn off angle snaps for that one. Also, don't be shy about scaling objects up, like these cutting boards. I do want them, sorry, let's make sure that's scaling correctly. Yeah, these cutting boards, I do actually want them a bit bigger. Turn on angle snaps. And I'll also have them leaning up against the wall a little bit. Them guys are all fine. And then over here, let's rotate this bread a little bit. And set up that little breakfast area. This pan, I'm going to scale down, maybe like 70. As you can see down there. Rotate it a little bit. That looks cool. Over here, the magazines, I'm going to rotate them by 90. And let's have them down there. And finally, this plant. Let's check it out in the front view. Let's pull this up. Do you think that plant pot's too big? So what I'm going to do is go to scale and bring it down to like 70% of its current size. And might need the perspective view to line this one up. But let's get that plant in the plant pot. That looks kind of good. And I think they're all positioned roughly pretty well. We can always, as with all of this, like come back in and move stuff around. Maybe let's move this into frame a bit more. But yeah, that's not too bad. So add your accessories, and what we'll do is unhide everything, and let's run an interactive render. Make that full size and let that render until the noise is gone. Save yourself a progress shot. And just remember that the denoise is on, and that's going to make the image look blurry initially until some of the noise begins to reduce. So what you can do is just let this run for a little while and then save your image as a JPEG.